Morning class. This is Buria again, and it is the last class of the International Institution subject. So I really hope that we have something to learn during the period of discussion and the session. And today I will explain again and make a kind of review from some of your essays. Well, actually the final examination will be part of the previous assignment. Then this is very important for you to remind that the final remark will consist only one assignment, but I will also make a consideration during the class and the discussion. That will be great if you can make the feedback from me and also from your friends to give more progress in your assignment and writing process. So I will give you the 3 different points from your essays. Most of you have a really interesting topic, choosing one of the aspects from this pandemic issue, COVID-19, but I realized that most all of you have a certain problem and certain case which consists of how you can be more focused in your discussion. First, it's really good to understand that you have to be more focused and dig more deeper into your discussion, because if otherwise then you cannot make it more comprehensive, because you are not talking about a certain idea. If you have a certain focused thing that you can provide more evidence, then you can strengthen your argument, and finally the decision you made and the final policy recommendation will be more comprehensive based on that discussion. So again, I will review some of your essays. Let me start with a very good one that I really recommend the student to follow the same topic, but only make progress and improve it with more detailed data and enrich with the more evidence to be a final decision in the end in the certain academics step. And I hope that will help you, other students, to do the same thing. One of your friends have a really good idea about talking about the relationship between Italy, for example. This is very quite interesting, because from your idea that it is interesting that Italy had the lack of intention from international institution, let's say WHO and UN, and finally in the end Resma, in this case your friend, find out that Italy have more help, aid and intention from China otherwise. So it's really changed the way of the scholars see about this interest of the states, that change and influence the interest and the agenda of the international institution. Again, this is very important, that between China and the European countries have really different interests. But then we come back again into this case that we have also the background of similar interest in terms of this pandemic. Okay, this is the one example about the Italy. And then it's also interesting that you talk about how a person, an actor of the international institution, also have the interest for this agenda. Your friend has choose the WHO Director General, which have a different background. And in the beginning of the case, he has a good connection with the political elite from China state. Then in that term, we can see that if you have enough evidence, you can make it to this discussion how certain actor can change the policy. So this also changed the way they translate policy to the domestic level. But again, I always tell the student to be rich in data, rich in evidence, because otherwise you just make the claim that you cannot prove it in academic way. And the last one, I will choose Kintan's case, Kintan essay, when she talks about how the collaboration between nations. This is also something new that you think that in this pandemic period, we can see these two different tanks. In the other side, the nations have their same interests, so they compete with each other to do the same survival things. But in the other hand, they also need to have more collaboration, and this collaboration only can be done in a certain coordination behind the international institution to make it more efficient and effective. So in this case, Kintan talked about her question that how the USA and China try to put their interest in a global way. And here it is very important that you can talk about how the bilateral or multilateral coordination will give different impact from the process of this negotiation. Again, the WHO has their own agenda, but then how they translate into different states will make different kind of action and different kind of domestic policy. So let me remind you, in this final examination, you can choose more different aspects to talk about, but all can be rich and better discussion only if you are focused, and also when you have more and enrich your data and information, again from very respectful and good source. This is very important because some of you are very good, have very good reference. I really appreciate that, but still some of your friends have not sufficient reference enough, but you can talk in a bigger idea. If you have less data and less reference, of course you cannot strengthen your argument. So again, I really want you to make attention to these different things. First is the academic structure of writing. Just be sure that you have the introduction and discussion and conclusion at the same time. And the second one, you just make sure that you have a very credible reference. And the third one, the most important, is how you paraphrase your idea. You just cannot copy and paste someone's idea, but you have to develop yourself, and then you will come to the really rich argument and to convince me that your essay is interesting. Okay, so far I think this is important, and this is what I have to say to the class. This is the last meeting, but as I informed, we will have another additional class at the end of this period, and we will have another discussion. I will be open for that. So have a good day, have a nice day in your house, and good luck with your final examination. Okay, thank you class. See you next semester and next time. And thank you for your attention. Have a good day.